It's a beautiful day today, so I've come down to the woods to make a cup of coffee and just spend some time among the trees. And as the world gets weirder and more crazy, the more time I want to spend in the woods. But I think it's time to be proactive and practical, as well as looking after our own mental health and well-being. And if you can find somewhere to go to chill out, spend some time in nature, that will make you feel a lot better and help you to process all those thoughts that we're going through at the moment. Try to make sense of everything that's going on and hopefully formulate a plan to protect yourself and your family and to help us get through what is likely to be a tumultuous few years at the very least. So, I mean, that's what prepping is. It's just a very practical approach. Some people get depressed when they think about the state of the world and all the chaos that's going on. But for me, I find by adopting a practical approach and solving the problems I can solve rather than focusing on the things I have no control over, it just helps me to keep myself in balance. So to me, that's what prepping's all about. It's about becoming resilient and having the confidence to know that I have everything in place to look after myself and my family if things start to deteriorate. So I'm using my titanium Vargo stove today. This is a titanium triad stove which runs on methylated spirits. Really, really lightweight and a great option for lightweight backpacking, prepping, things like that. It comes with a little windshield, and I like the size of this 750 milliliter pot because it's just about the right size to make coffee for one person, but it also can be used as a mug, so it saves you having to carry two vessels. So great piece of kit, and Vargo do make some awesome stuff. And yeah, a cup of coffee in the wood helps to make everything feel good. We're 3 months past the pre-sale of PrepCoin, and it's doing really, really well. It's despite everything that's going on in the world, PrepCoin is relatively stable. It's linked to Sol, so while Sol has gone down a little bit, PrepCoin will go down in parallel, but ultimately it's still doing very well. And if you're wondering why PrepCoin has a purpose in prepping, I wouldn't say that it replaces all the practical preps, the food storage and all the equipment that you might put away, but it's a good idea to have options, different layers of system that you can focus on to keep yourself and your family safe during a crisis. And just to think about the way PrepCoin can work, if we went back to the Stone Age, and barter was probably the main means of exchange in those days. So if I had a nice hand axe made of flint and I wanted to exchange it for a goat, that would work perfectly well if the person that I wanted to trade the goat with also wanted a hand axe. But the problem falls apart with barter when one person wants to exchange, but the other person already has everything they need. So he may already have plenty of hand axes, or he can make them himself. So why would he want to exchange one of his goats for a hand axe? And that's always been the issue with barter. It requires two people to require the same thing. And with PrepCoin, if one prepper wanted to exchange a whole box full of canning jars, for instance, or some fuel containers or something like that, but the other prepper already had everything they needed, that exchange could be made using PrepCoin. And then that PrepCoin could be held by that person as long as they wanted, and they could then find another prepper that also wanted something that they wanted, and the whole thing goes on. So it becomes a means of trading. And that's the whole purpose of PrepCoin. It's a way that preppers specifically can trade with other preppers to get real goods and real services. It's quite a windy day today, so this is really cranking it up now. Remind me not to touch that handle, it's going to get very hot. It's almost there anyway. But PrepCoin's doing very well. It's, as I say, only 3 months since the pre-sale ended, and already it's showing some really promising signs. But what we're trying to do now is to build a community around PrepCoin. It's here to stay. So what we don't want it to be is just some fly-by-nights. It has to become a permanent resource that preppers can respect and trust and exchange with each other. So, and that's where we're at the moment. We're trying to build the social media following. We're trying to build the YouTube following. But it requires you. It requires other preppers to begin to use PrepCoin. It's almost there. I really need that coffee today. It's one of those days I'm kind of fuzzy in the head. I'm just thinking, right, need to get outside. It's winter, it's February, just want to be outside, and a cup of coffee will definitely put a sparkle on my day. The next phase of the PrepCoin project is the establishment of the shop, and the shop will be a part of the hub, which is our main website, which is PrepCoin.xyz. And from there, you can stake PrepCoin, you can buy PrepCoin, you can buy the equipment, and there's also a game on there as well. So the equipment that we'll be selling won't be just gizmos and gadgets. We'll be looking at genuine equipment that actually works. I'll be testing it out in the woods, making sure that everything we sell is fit for purpose. And the objective is to sell high quality equipment at a very reasonable price. And you'll be able to buy that using crypto, such as PrepCoin, as well as any major credit or debit card. This is almost ready. I think it's hot enough for coffee anyway. So we're getting really excited about this new development in PrepCoin, and the fact that PrepCoin, as well as being a crypto utility token, can also be used to buy real goods and services through our shop or through other preppers. So we're hoping to build this community around the PrepCoin project, and we can only do it with your help. So if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, tell your friends, and also make sure you comment. Tell us what you're doing to prep. What things would you like to do in the future, and how would you want to use PrepCoin? And we'll see you on the next video.